Do women hit men?
No,
Right. So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
no,
Why not?
because she's a girl.
Well, she doesn't know that. So if a woman smack a man, what should he do?
He probably deserved it.
What?
Yeah, you want to play this game? Let's go.
And doesn't she deserve to be smacked back if she can hit
No,
him?
she's a girl. Guys should not hit girls.
He's a human being just as she is
Why should a man hit a woman?
to protect himself.
You think a man should hit a woman?
Yes, I do.
I don't think violence is the answer to anything.
Have you ever smacked a guy?
Uh,
If she smacked him one time, for example, and he smacked her back, wouldn't that send a loud message? You can't be treating me this way. Just stop.
In a world where gender equality is a constant battle, what happens when the lines blur?
World star. World star. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Come on. Beat his ass. Get his ass. Beat his ass. What are you doing, Creator? Beat his ass. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. World star. World star.
When equality means everyone is on the receiving end, even in a fight. Ever wonder what happens when men face off against women and the gloves come off? Literally.
If you ever want to fight a woman legally, this is what I do. I just say, right before she comes at me, I say, I identify as a woman. I'll fucking light her ass up on the street. Now I got the whole trans community. Shut up, trans community, and I hate women.
Should equal rights come with equal consequences, even when fists start flying? Get ready for a knockout discussion, because most times, fairness isn't always fair. Stick around, and don't forget to drop your thoughts. Where do you stand on this issue?
Practitioner claimed that her martial art makes a vital difference in a real fight situation, and she wanted to demonstrate this against a guy. Let's see.
This karate practitioner swore up and down that her martial arts skills were the ultimate game changer in any real fight. You know, like those action movies where the hero takes down a dozen bad guys with a single roundhouse kick. So, naturally, she decided to prove her point by challenging a guy to a real showdown. She was all geared up, ready to unleash her inner Bruce Lee, convinced that a few years of dojo training made her invincible. But here's the thing. What works in a controlled environment with a bunch of respectful students bowing at each other doesn't always translate when you're facing off against a guy who's built like a tank and has never heard the phrase gentle sparring.
Like whenever we talk about, women decide to talk about feminism, men always decide to bring up, equal rights, equal fights, which means, why is that the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about equality? I'm just
That's low on the list, but I mean, I think.
No, I'm just saying it comes up a lot.
I have heard that term, but I mean, ultimately, I don't think you should hit, regardless of your gender or sex, you should not physically assault or hit anyone.
Yeah,
and if you're a woman, hold on though, if you're a woman and you hit a man, you should be prepared to potentially be hit back. Like,
I'm not saying
you
that
should
I
not
beat anyone
assault.
up.
You should what?
I'm not saying that I beat a man up. I'm just
But
saying.
I'm saying you shouldn't
No,
assault
I know that. I
anyone.
know.
Hit him with that 1-2. Yeah! Go! Move your head, Gash. Don't keep your head on this in the line.
Up, chin down.
Hands up.
There we go.
There you go.
Come on, Gash.
There you go.
Keep doing that. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
There you go. Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
Come on, keep the hands up.
There you go. There you go.
A female fighter, confident in her martial arts skills, decides to challenge a guy with no experience. He's the kind of guy who considers walking to the fridge a workout, and the closest he's come to a fight is arguing about pineapple on pizza. She's sure her flawless technique will make quick work of him.
Pugil stick fighting is a Marine custom, but when a woman thinks that she can beat her male counterpart,
You're a fucking idiot.
just because she made it into the Marines, she realizes that she's badly mistaken. As the first round begins, the man charges her like a true Chad.
Ooh, that brother's floating in the air.
He does so with such force that it almost
Damn, relax, my G, right over here. Relax. Listen, you give him the pugilist stick and you say go. If you didn't set up already kind of what's going to happen. And look at this. They're all over here with cameras and shit like that. So they already know they're going to get a viral moment. Look at my man over here. Holy shit! Fighting for equality.
Marines are known for their tough-as-nails attitude, so it's no surprise they sometimes host intergender fight competitions. It's their way of saying, equal rights? Sure. Equal lefts?
At the end of the day, I tell women this all the time, right? I told my sister this, etc. Understand that if you hit the wrong guy, he might hit you back. He might actually give you the equality that you wanted. Not every guy's gonna exercise temperance and not hit you back. Right? Me personally, if a girl hits me, I ain't hitting her back. But other guys are gonna give you the equality you asked for. So don't try it.
Yeah, there's a saying that says equal rights, equal lefts. Now, we don't hit women,
Equal rights, equal lefts.
That's a saying.
Oh, Jesus.
But,
Jorge.
you know,
Again, we never advocate for violence against women,
Yeah,
etc.
never,
But
never.
some guys will take that opportunity to exercise full self-defense to the fullest extent, even if it's at the, at a female. So, ladies, never put your hands on never put your hands on a guy because you don't know what his background is.
In all of this, there's a simple truth that sometimes gets overlooked. If you hit the wrong guy, he just might hit you back. That's not to say every guy out there is itching to throw punches, but let's face it, not everyone's going to exercise saintly patience if you decide to throw the first one.
Equal rights can also mean equal fucking lefts. And I'd hate to say it like that, but that's the way it is. You guys have seen it on this podcast with me alone. How many times have girls stomped on my foot, tried to slap me, etc., assaulted me and Chris?
spit on you.
Spit on me. You guys have seen on this podcast many women have committed, assault and battery against me. I don't do anything. Why? Because I know if I hit them, they're gonna probably go to the hospital, okay? But let me tell you something, I could. And I think women need to understand that if you attack a man, he is within his right to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it 1,000 with y'all. There are men out there that are waiting for a woman to hit him so he can beat the fuck out of her and it goes on World Star. Okay?
And shouts out to a guy who made that saying, equal rights, equal lefts, a guy by the name of Tommy Sotomayor. But shouts out to him.
Oh, that came from you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
there you go.
So I didn't know that. Hey, all right.
Some guys might actually give you exactly what you were asking for, equality in the most literal sense. Don't test the waters unless you're ready to swim in the deep end.
I give you permission!
Don't boo him! Never put your hands on a guy because you don't know what his background is. You don't know what he's been through, how he's been trained, or what might trigger him to respond.
So you think it's ever justifiable for a man to hit a female?
Equal rights, equal fights. I follow the philosophy of eye for an eye. If you put your hands on me, I don't know what's gonna happen. Don't be starting fights you can't finish.
Maybe he's the kind of guy who can shrug it off with a smile, or maybe he's the kind who believes in that old equal rights, equal lefts mantra.
It's not cute to be slapping your man. I don't care if you made me mad. No man nor woman deserves to put their hands on you. I'm sorry, that's just how I was raised. I'm not gonna put my hands on you because I know at the end of the day, your strength will outweigh me regardless because you are a man. Let them push you away and cool down because there's gonna be a time where you're gonna push them to that limit and you're gonna wish that you did different.
It's easy to think that a quick slap or punch is no big deal, especially if you're feeling frustrated or angry, but the consequences can be way bigger than you imagined. You might expect him to back down or just take it, but what if he doesn't? What if, instead of walking away, he sees it as a green light to defend himself with the same intensity you came at him with? Suddenly, What seemed like a harmless reaction on your part could escalate into something far more serious. It's not just about who wins or loses, it's about exploring the differences in strength and technique that come into play. Let's get right into it.
This karate practitioner claimed that her martial art makes a vital difference in a real fight situation, and she wanted to demonstrate this against a guy. Let's see.
Wow, look at that! It's a reminder that no matter how much women train, their physical makeup is just different from men's. Men are generally built with more muscle mass and different bone structures, which gives them an edge in a physical contest. It's not about who's tougher or who's trying harder, it's about the biological differences that are hardwired into our bodies.
Right now, his friends are telling him that if she's asking for equal rights, he should be generous and give her equal lefts as well.
Where's the boat? Where's the boat? Where's the boat?
Who can blame him? When women claim equality, it's only fair to test that equality in a fight too. You've got to give it to him. He's playing by the same rules he's been handed. When the conversation is all about equal opportunities and breaking barriers, it only makes sense to put those principles to the test in situations like this. Did she really just pass out? That's just wild. It's not just about the fight itself, but the different ways men and women react physically. Men typically have more muscle mass, which can make a huge difference in strength and endurance during physical activities.
But then, this dude got her with a cheeky hidden punch.
Here we have an intense matchup, and it's clear from the start that the man's physical strength gives him a significant advantage. While it's fascinating to see the athleticism on display, it also shows an important point. Physical equality between men and women in sports is challenging due to biological differences. Men generally have more muscle mass and physical strength, which makes it tough to achieve equal outcomes in combat sports. But would women listen to this? No. Right from the start, it's clear who's in control. He's demonstrating his strength and skill, making it obvious that he's got the upper hand. The way he handles the match shows how crucial physical prowess can be in determining the outcome. It's a powerful display of dominance. And that last hit? Well, she got lucky.
The professional fighter wanted to spar with some amateurs in her gym.
The way she crawled off and gave up so easily was just funny. He really did show off his skill and control, proving he's a step ahead. It's evident from the way he pulled those moves that he's well prepared. He obviously didn't take the "don't hit a woman" lessons to heart.
tactic. Just walk up to her, grab her,
with his impressive control and power, that woman had no match against his body weight. This match is a great example of how his physical attributes are giving him a decisive advantage. The result isn't surprising at all. He had her from the start. Looks like he made quick work of it. This just shows how experience and strength can make such a difference in a fight. It's all about how you use your physical advantages to secure a win. Impressive finish. Here we see a textbook example of how technique and power come into play. He's clearly outmaneuvering and outstrengthening her. This is a great illustration of how effective physical strength can be in a competitive situation. His dominance is unmistakable.
A female student challenged her coach, claiming she could escape his grip. You can probably guess how that turned out.
Wow, that was pure skill on display. The way he moved with such precision and control was fantastic. He handled every moment with ease, demonstrating a high level of expertise.
Two-on-one, and they still didn't make him tap.
Wow, that was something else. Even with the advantage of numbers, the girls struggled to gain the upper hand against just one guy. It was evident that he had the upper hand from the start, handling the situation with remarkable skill and control. Despite being outnumbered, his moves were precise and his strategy impeccable. It was almost like he was in a different league, making it look effortless even when faced with two opponents. Making the whole fight look like a well-rehearsed routine. Good to see she got in a few punches at the start, though. But the way he handled it, impressive. His victory was clear and well-earned. He showed a perfect blend of skill and strategy, and no one can really blame her for backing out.
Faced against a younger opponent, she assumed that it will be a walk in the park.
Did you catch that? The way he dodged and countered was just phenomenal. It was like he was always 2 steps ahead, anticipating every move. His agility and speed were off the charts, making his victory look almost effortless.
An Olympic wrestler, grappling with UFC champ John Jones. This is what happens when both genders are highly skilled.
Look at that! It's clear from this match that he's clearly dominating. No matter how skilled or determined she is, it's evident that he has the upper hand here. It's a showcase of how, in physical contests, he's able to outmatch her. This really highlights how in these situations, strength and endurance can play a significant role in the outcome. It's not just about the fight itself, but the inherent differences in their physical capabilities that lead to these results. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.